Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm proud to give you all a walk around and tour of the 2024 Ford Mustang Ecoboost. The Ecoboost, of course, is going to be the fuel efficient version of the Mustang, and as you can tell, it is quite nice. Now, this vehicle is kind of unique for a couple of reasons. As you can see, this one here does have a unique set of wheels and tires, as well as you can see, you do have that unique pinstripe on top of the hood, which is a part of a package as we'll discuss on the window sticker. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Ford, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up, and let's check her out. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, you have your very nice and very cool looking Mustang grille with the Mustang horse pranced along right there in the center. And of course, this vehicle does have a front-facing camera, and that is going to be for your adaptive cruise control. As you can see, this vehicle also does come standard with LED daytime running lights, with LED projector headlamps. Of course, fog lamps are not available on this model, but they are optional. As you can see, we're taking a look at a set of Continental Pro contact tires, which look pretty nice. And these measure 255 40R19s all the way around. And as you can see, as we come around to the side profile, you can kind of see the pinstripe coming all the way towards the rear, which looks pretty cool. And so, with that being said, with all Ford models, including this one, it does come standard with the Smart Key Access system, which allows you to get inside and outside of the vehicle quite easily. To do that, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket, come up to the door handle, put your hand right here, the vehicle will indicate unlocking via a sensor, and you're able to jump on inside. And the window will drop an inch for clearance. And of course, to lock it, just tap this button here, and it will lock automatically. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Oxford white with the black vinyl cloth interior. Coming to the door panel, starting things off here, you're going to have a little bit of hard touch plastic material up here as expected. You're going to have this very nice premium cloth material right down here. And then of course you do have some soft touch material right here on the bottom portion. You also do have an aluminum door handle, an unlock and lock switch right there. You're going to have controls for your mirrors, or excuse me, for your windows. Mirrors are right up here, as well as the controls for those mirrors. And with that being said, you also have a little storage cubby right down here that you can place some small items in. And you also have a plastic kick plate right there that does say Mustang on it. To start the vehicle, just simply have the key fob on you or in the vehicle itself. Put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. As you can see, this vehicle does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel. As you can see, you do have some very nice carbon fiber bits here on the trim, which looks pretty cool, as you can see on both sides, as well as controls on the left as well as on the right. Left is going to house controls for your cruise control, some safety features, and 2 mode buttons right there. And then to the right, you're going to have controls for the main menu screen up there, as well as buttons for your hands-free phone, volume for your audio, as well as a steering wheel button right here. But with that being said, as you can see, let's take our focus up here to the screen, which as you can see is a fully digital display. It's pretty nice. You're looking at a 12.3 inch display here, which is very cool. And as you can see, it is indicating that the fuel level is indeed a little low. But as you can see here, you're going to have 2 main gauges. To the left, you're going to have your tachometer. To the right, you're going to have a speedometer. And then right in the middle is going to be your driver information center. Now below that, you're going to see your gear selector. To the left of that tachometer, you're going to see your coolant temperature, and to the right, you're going to see of the speedometer, the fuel range, as well as your miles to empty. Now, with that being said, coming over here to this little area here, we're going to control what comes up here. So as you can see, we're going to look at your trip one information, which includes elapsed time, average fuel economy, average miles driven, or excuse me, the miles that have been driven, as well as your average speed, your fuel economy, tire pressure, your gauge detail, which gives you a lot of information, Mustang status, seatbelt indicator, driver assistance, and then back to trip one. Pretty nice. Coming over here, we're going to be looking at a massive 13.4-inch horizontal display, which gives you a lot of information as we're going to go through in this video. Starting things off here with the two displays there in the front and center. One is going to be for your audio, the other is going to be for your phone. So as you can see, this is what's currently playing, and this is where you would connect your phone. And then you have your little buttons right down here, which of course are going to be haptic feedback since this is a digital display. So you are going to have down here your different controls for your air conditioning, air conditioning, fan speed, recycling, max airflow, and of course your heated front and front passenger seating. So we're going to go ahead and actually turn down the fan a little bit because it's a little high. But as you can see there, pretty cool to see. Now, with that being said, coming over to the far right side, you're going to have your menus. So as you can see, you're going to have settings, features, and apps. So starting with settings, it's going to take you through a few different screens here. As you can see, you're going to have radio, phone list, sound, vehicle, clock, general, instrument cluster, as well as center display, connectivity, vehicle hotspot, mobile apps, software updates, Ford Assistant, 911 Assist, as well as valet mode. Pretty cool to see. Coming down here to features, as you can see there, you're going to have things such as your driver assistance. So let's say we click on that. It's going to give us all your different driver assistance features that are currently on. So as you can see, your lane keeping system, which includes an alert plus aid, that's going to be on. Pre-collision assist braking is on. Exit warning, a rear view camera display, blind spot information system, rear cross traffic braking, driver alert, and that's pretty much that. My Mustang, of course, as you can see there. This is going to give you a couple of different ways to kind of customize the vehicle in a sense. So different track apps, auxiliary gauges, a custom mode, my color, so you can change the color of the car as you can see on the screen, as well as different themes for the cluster, which is pretty cool. Edit favorites, so let's say a favorite app that you want to add on to the screen here, you can simply do that. Of course, your owner's manual is going to give you access to your owner's manual inside the vehicle. And of course, record feedback is going to hear what was said throughout the speakers in the vehicle. So with that said, pretty cool to see that. And then down here are going to be your different apps. So as you can see, you're going to have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto compatibility, find mobile apps, and mobile apps help. And of course, with that being said, you're going to have different icons up here, such as your current time, your information about your Wi-Fi, as well as signal strength, as well as your exterior temperature. Coming down here, you're going to have two rear vents, you're going to have two air vents. You're going to have your passenger airbag light. You're going to have your auto stop start button right here, your Mustang button here, traction control, you can turn that on or off, hazard lights, your favorite button right here, as well as max air conditioning. Of course, this vehicle does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission. You put the vehicle into reverse, it does show you a nice backup camera with guidance markers that turn as you turn the wheel. You also have your parking sensors right there, currently on. And as you come here, it does also include a top-down view as well. Now, right before this, you're going to have a little area where you can put your phone to charge. And as you can see, you have a USB-C and a USB port right there, as well as a regular outlet right down in there. you're going to have your electronic parking brake right here, 2 cup holders, and then coming over here, you can open it from this side or from this side. You do get a modest amount of space in here, which is quite nice. And of course, another outlet right in there too. Now, one thing I will say about these seats are that it's very soft and they don't feel cheap looking. They feel very, very good when it comes on to the quality. It feels very nice. And of course, you have that stitching on the outer portion, which really makes the seat kind of stand out a little bit more in my opinion. Now, of course, you also do have that carbon fiber continuing on the dash through over here. Your Mustang plaque is right there, which looks really cool. And just overall, a really, really nice place to spend time as far as the interior is concerned. Now, as we come over here to the far left, you are going to have a couple extra buttons. That's mostly going to deal with your headlight controls, your 2 buttons right there for the gauge dimmer switches, and then to the far left, this button here is going to control the trunk. So we're going to go ahead and actually open that now. So when we get a chance to go and check out the cargo area, it will already be open. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's check out the rest of this vehicle. And I do apologize for the background noise there of that horn going off. Of course, you do have your Easy Fuel capless fuel filler right here, as well as an illustration of how it works. This Mustang does come with LED taillights, your Mustang logo right there in the front and center, as well as your dual exhaust tips. Cargo space in the Mustang is actually very surprisingly good. And as you can see, it is actually not that bad. You're looking at about 13 cubic feet of space, which is more than enough for really anything that you want to put in here, other than, let's say, a suitcase. But overall, it's still a pretty nice place to put groceries and stuff like that. So at least you have a very good amount of cargo room in here. Now, underneath here, you do have your spare tire. Again, I apologize for the horn going off. You can see that pinstripe continuing all the way to the front here. It's pretty cool. Hold on, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop open the hood so you guys can see what's going on underneath. Under the hood of the 2024 Ford Mustang Ecoboost, we're taking a look at a 2.3 liter Ecoboost inline 4-cylinder engine that will be mated, of course, to that 10-speed automatic transmission. It produces 315 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it's rear-wheel drive, and fuel economy averages is not that bad. You're going to be getting 22 city, 33 highway, and around 26 combined. Alright guys, now overall I will say that the Mustang itself has continued to be very successful. This being the S650 generation is a continuation of what Ford has been doing since 2015 when the S550 came out, which was the previous gen, and as you can see, it is just that much better looking. The EcoBoost is probably one that I would personally get if I was to buy a Mustang, and that's because it's just really simple. I really like the idea that, of course, you can buy a Mustang and get yourself a very fuel efficient vehicle. Now, with that said, one last thing to go over, of course, is going to be the window sticker, which, as you can see, is right here. It's a 2024 Mustang EcoBoost Coupe, finished on Oxford white with the black onyx cloth / vinyl trim interior. As you can see, standard equipment's on top of here. You also do get the Ford Copilot 360, which is going to give you all your safety features such as blind spot monitoring, the adaptive cruise control that we talked about in the front, lane departure, lane keeping, your rear cross traffic alert, and much more. And then as we come down here, this vehicle does have the 101A equipment group, which includes the following: the dual zone electronic auto temperature control, as well as his Sirius XM with 360L. That's going to be $2,600. You're going to get the wheel and stripe package. That's going to be $895, which, as you can see, looks really nice on this model. And then the mini spare wheel and tire for $415. With that being said, that brings options just over $3,900, and with a $1,595 destination and delivery charge. Total MSRP for this vehicle comes in at $37,425. Coming over here, as you can see, you do have some extra options that were added for around $2,500, which brings the total price of this vehicle to $39,909, which essentially is around $40,000. Sorry. Then, of course, fuel economy: 22 city, 33 highway, 26 combined. And this vehicle does receive a overall vehicle score of 5 out of 5 stars from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So, like I said in conclusion, the S650 is a continuation of the S550 generation, and it's that much better. To me, it's a really important car that Ford continues to make, and of course, it's a very popular seller, which is why they still have it around. And for many, many years to come, I hope it continues to do very well, even in the long run. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of the 2024 Ford Mustang Ecoboost, finished off here in Oxford white with the black Onyx vinyl / cloth interior. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.